Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How's everyone doing? My name is Uma and I'm a fashion designer based in Nigeria. In this video, I'll be making this beautiful Ankara skater dress. It took me about 45 minutes to make, so let's get started. Okay, so first things first, I have an already drafted bodice pattern. That's the front and you can see half of the back showing. I'm just going to trace it out on a fresh pattern paper. If you don't have an already drafted bodice pattern, you can click the links in my description box. I have 2 videos teaching you how to make a bodice pattern. So I'm just going to place a fresh pattern paper under the already drafted bodice pattern paper and pin them in place, and then I'm going to use my tracing wheel to trace the outline of the already drafted bodice pattern. And of course, I'm doing the same thing for the back bodice pattern. So as soon as I'm done piecing, I'm just going to take up the pins and take out the original pattern. And if you look closely, I know you can't see it, but there's the outline, the traced outline. I'm just going to take my ruler and redraw the pattern following the dotted lines. So this is the pattern I'll be working with. I'm just going to label it, that's the front and this is the back. So from my half length line, I'm just going to measure up 2 inches and draw a line. That would be my half length for this outfit. And I'm just going to measure and mark an appropriate neckline using my discretion. So the next thing I'm going to do is extend the waist dart lines through the original bust point upwards to stop at the neckline. And then I'm going to also extend the bust dart line to the original bust point. Now I'm shading off the darts so that it's clear where my dart lines are. So of course I'm going to go to the back bodice and do the exact same thing. I'll measure up 2 inches from the waistline to get my new waistline for this design. And then I'm going to shade off the darts so that I'm clear where my dart lines are. Now I'm going in with my scissors and I'm just going to cut out the outline of my new pattern. So I'm just labeling my back pattern. I write down the placement position, I write down the name of the design and every other detail I would like to remember. I'm also cutting out the outline of the design on the front pattern. And here I'm transferring the side bust dart to the upper bust dart. I'm doing that by cutting out the dart at the upper bust area and then closing the dart at the side bust area. And then I'm just going to cut through the waist dart, and this will give me 2 pieces of pattern. And of course, I'm just going to label the pieces of pattern with the appropriate descriptions so that I know what belongs where and all the necessary details. So voila, this is our front pattern and our back pattern for the skater dress, and it's ready to be used to cut out my fabric. So I've placed my pattern paper on my fabric and I left out 1/2 inch allowance and cut out both the main fabric and the lining fabric. So this is our front main fabric. I'm just going to arrange them in the appropriate manner and then join the 3 pieces together off camera by sewing down like so using my sewing machine. And on the lining fabric, I'm going to do the exact same thing, arrange and join the 3 pieces together off camera. And on the back fabric, I'm just going to mark the dark lines on both the main fabric and the lining fabric. Please note that I'm using the same fabric for both the main fabric and the lining fabric so you don't get confused. So I'm going to go off camera and sew my darts. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for the lining fabric. So this is what my front bodice looks like. This is the main fabric and this is the lining fabric. And this is what the front and the back both look like together. I'm just going to place the strap by sandwiching it in between the main fabric and the lining fabric. I'm going to pin them in place and sew around, as you can see. I'm going to do the same thing for the back end of the strap. I'm going to sandwich it in between the front and the main fabric of the back side, and I'm going to sew down with my sewing machine. Now moving on, I'm going to sew my side seams together, making sure that the strap is properly arranged and is not tangled. So guys, I apologize for not showing you this part, but I went off camera and added some frills to the top part of my front neckline. So what I did was just ruffle a piece of organza fabric and then sew down around the neckline with a needle and thread. And once I tried it on and liked the way it looked, I went in with my sewing machine and made it permanent. So moving on to the skirt part of my skater dress, I cut out 2 pieces of fabric measuring at 66 inches by 22 inches each. I'm just going to gather one side of the length with my needle and thread. And I'm going to join the 2 pieces of fabric together to make one big pleated piece of fabric. The next step is to join the bodice piece to the pleated piece of fabric, making sure to evenly distribute the pleats before sewing down. And then off camera I went ahead to fix the zip at the back of the dress and to hem the bottom part of the dress. And just like that, within minutes our skater dress is ready, and it turned out really nice. I absolutely love the way it turned out, and I love the way it looks on me. Please take a minute to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.